Hey, what's up everybody? It's your boy Tilo Mac coming at you with another video. And this video is going to be Grand Arena focused, the first 3 matches of GAC for this season, Season 10, all in one video, so it should be good. But I got a caveat, I'm not able to use my Kylo counter in these matches. I actually set the Kylo counter right when the lock happened. I actually didn't have time to test, which kind of sucks, but is what it is. The next couple of rounds I'm going to be able to use it, so Kylo's going to be strictly on defense, holding it down for me. Alright, so let's get into it. Alright, starting with round 1. I'm not going to show you any footage from it. It's not worth it. My opponent set me a super cheesy defense. I don't know if he didn't care or if he wanted to keep everything for offense. Either way, it didn't work out for him. I put my Supreme Leader Kylo on defense. He messed up a couple of times and he was not able to clear either of the front walls. And I was able to use a lot of solos, use a lot of undersized squads to get the dub. Ended up with a pretty good score, put me in the top 25 situation. And I ended up doing a couple more feats and actually put myself in a top 10 situation. I was hyped at that moment. I appreciate either way what my opponent did. He gave me a little layup and I took it. And right here is going to be the end score, just so you can see. Alright, and my next opponent, he actually came to play. He set me a good defense and I was all in. I actually went for his General Grievous squad first with my Jedi. It's always a little sketchy. I don't know, I lost my confidence in my Jedi squad going against General Grievous. I've been slowly building it up. I haven't lost in a little bit, but I feel like I'm setting myself up for failure by even saying anything. But hopefully I continue the streak of winning with my Jedi Knight Revan or my Bastila-led team against General Grievous, because that's an extreme tool that I definitely need, because I see it on defense pretty much every Grand Arena. And you're going to see there that I took out B2 right off the rip. It's the first one you want to take down, either in 5v5, 3v3, it could be 6v6, and he's still going to be the one you want to take out first because he is a threat. After you do that, the team's a little more easier to handle, but you still have to watch B1 stacks because he does heal, and you want to make sure that your Revan has the ability to mark General Grievous. Once you mark General Grievous and you have him in a little stun lock, able to reduce his turn meter, the fight is a lot easier. But you still have to be careful because General Grievous is a boss, especially at R7. He can one-shot your Jolee, and if he does that, it's over. Alright, after that victory, I go straight into Geos with Traya and Sion. I just went for the underman, especially in this 3v3 situation. Even 5v5, I don't need Sion or another Sith or anyone else to take out a Geo squad, especially both being R5. Their versatility is nasty too. If I don't see Geos on defense, it's pretty much a win on a lot of different squads out there. Extremely recommend relicking your Traya and your Sion if you can. A lot of versatility on offense. Don't really use them on defense, but they get me the dub. And I'm here just trying to build protection back on my Sion. I know I probably won't get it on my Traya at this moment, but I'm like, I definitely want full protection on my Sion just to give me a little more banners and kind of give me a little push towards that victory. Next up, I go against the clones Rex lead. I use my CLS, Han and Chewie, and it actually loses. I don't know if I messed up or this is not the team that you want to take against it, but the counters really put me at a disadvantage because they ended up killing Rex and they go Super Saiyan on me and they just pull out a Rex-Salate on my Chewie and destroy everything. So at this moment, I'm a little upset. I don't want to use one of my extreme or my better teams, so I opted to go with this Finn cleanup team that I kind of put together. It's able to pull out the Rex-Salate, so it allows me to bring in another cleanup team, and this little cleanup team is exciting. I like this cleanup team personally. It's a stun lock team. You got 3 stuns on 3 characters, especially in 3v3. You got one with the basic on R2. You got the second special on a Dengar and on Cad, and they're able to pull out the dub. I only get 17 points, so I was a little upset about that. Alright, right here, I gotta use my new favorite character to solo things with, OG Kylo, and you're gonna just see a textbook example of what OG Kylo does to the Old Republic squad. When you're going against this, I actually might make a video exclusively on this just to help those that are getting OG Kylo to R7 to be able to use him in a solo situation. You want to go for Zaalbar first. Just constantly go for Zaalbar with the second special. You don't want to use the AoE, you don't want to use the basic, you just want to use that one because it constantly regenerates your protection and never really puts you in danger. And by going for that second special on Zaalbar, you're able to take them out in no time because you're building up your offense with those dots and they keep on applying them. You're using that second special, and once you take out Zaalbar, it's an easy win. I go for a mission next, but in a 5v5 situation, I also go for a mission, but you want to make sure Canderous is the last one just because he applies so much dots and he's making Kylo even more of a monster. Alright, next up I actually go for the Padme squad, and because I thought maybe I would see a Supreme Leader Kylo on defense, I held mine because my counter was not ready. Next couple of rounds, like I said, it's going to be ready, so he's going to be on defense, so I don't have to worry about that. But because he didn't, I'm able to solo his Padme squad with my Supreme Leader Kylo. Simple as that. And your boy's excited! I get to use JTR for the first time really to her full potential. She's not Relic, but she is gear 12, so I'm going to say full potential, even though it's not. But I'm using BB-8 and my Veteran Han, and I'm taking up this Bounty Hunter squad. It's not the best Bounty Hunter squad, I know that, but I wanted to get a feel for it. This is really the first couple of times that I've actually played with her, so it goes pretty good for me. I'm excited to have a new team on my roster able to use, and we'll see how she continues on throughout this GAC. Next up, I decided to end up going up north, handle that crew squad. It's probably the deadliest squad on his board that's left. So I ended up using Gas because I had him available. Just used Arc Trooper with him and they dismantle it. I can't do nothing about Gas, especially in 3v3. Even though it's a nice little squad, little relics on it too, it's Gas. That's all you gotta say. Alright, right here I go for the Night Sister squad next. I actually take in my Empire squad. I ended up using all three. Don't want to play no games with no Night Sisters, just because once they get going, it's hard to stop them. If you make a couple mistakes, they can jack you up. You're actually going to see me make a mistake. I actually lose Thrawn when I could have just won the battle, had him available, and actually won this round. I end up losing this round by 5 points, and even though I lost to that clone squad, I'm gonna blame this moment right here for this loss, because I only lose by 5 points, and I probably would have had that 5 points if Thrawn was alive. I'm a little tight about this one. And I'm not gonna lie, I was on tilt at this moment, but I'm proud of myself. I composed myself. I didn't fall into that normal situation that I run into where I lose one, and then I lose another, and I lose another. I end up making the matches clean. I use this Rex squad to take out this Newt squad, no problems at all. I don't get max protection banners, which doesn't help my situation, but especially with a Rex squad, you're not going to get protection banners on them. There's no regeneration like that, but easy win. Next up, I take this Basilisk squad. They do have Ezra. It's an early only form of offense. I use Bounty Hunters against it, and I have to say, Bounty Hunter squads have been an MVP squad in 3v3, especially with Box Lead with Jango and Boba supporting him. A lot of offense, a lot of protection regeneration, health regeneration, and they always end up with max banners at the end of the fight, and they're slowly but surely taking out better squads in 3v3, so I'm excited to use them in these upcoming rounds as well. Pretty much all we have left is this Barris squad, cleared up north, so I'm going down for it. And I use my own Basilisk squad on this one, and this team right here is really nice. I enjoy using this squad. A lot of offense, a lot of health regeneration and protection, a lot of little defensive squad. I enjoy using it. And Basilisk Elite is OP in 3v3, especially when you want those banners to remain on your squads, that protection and that health. She applies a lot of defensive presence, but is still able to pack a punch depending on the characters you put with her. Alright, next up we got ships. I'm not even going to show you the battle on ships. Pretty much every Grand Arena video that you see, it's always the same. It's always a win. I'm only going to show you if I lose, just so you don't make those same mistakes. And you're going to see the banners right here and what I ended up being placed. I was ranked 30. I did a couple more feats. I ended up being top 20. And then I did a couple more feats. I ended up being top 8. Alright, round 3. In this one, he actually did send Supreme Leader Kylo on defense, so I used my own. Luckily, I did save it, and you're going to see that I get the dub. My tank goes out, but Hux is able to survive, so that's always a plus. Didn't really expect him to survive, so that's a bonus for me. Alright, here's my little MVP squad, my bounty hunters. And they take out a relic squad of First Order. It's not the best squad, but I know they'll do the job. I know that I'll get max banners for them. And that's all that really matters when it comes to your B squads on offense. Next up, I take out this Basilisk squad, but I'm looking at this like, man, that's two beefy dudes right there. You got General Kenobi and you got Jolee, and put that together with Basilisk Elite, that's a problem. So I ended up taking my Rex-led clones, and it's Rex-late time. And this was interesting. They did not have Old Republic. So I'm looking like, what's OG Kylo going to be able to do soloing? And right here, it could have been risky. I'm not going to lie to you. Dooku versus OG Kylo can be a problem because he does apply that health immunity, and he also applies that shock. But you're going to see I'm able to pull out the victory just because they're a little lower gear, and my OG Kylo is a boss. Next up, I go against this General Grievous squad with my Jedi. Like I said earlier, I don't have too much faith in them, but they've been putting in that work, especially in 3v3, so I gotta love it. And hopefully, like I said earlier too, it continues. Here's a little bonehead move I pull off. I put Ahsoka with my gas. I should have kept her off just so she could be used with that Basilisk squad. Arc and Gas could have took this squad out easy. I don't know what I was thinking. I saw Sith Trooper and I'm like, ooh, threat. But you're gonna see they don't cause that much of a threat. Right here I use my Traya and my Scion against this Geo squad. There's no big threats on here other than Brood, but Brood's just a tank. I don't have to worry about him. Spy's only G11, so he's not going to hit me with that that he usually does. And even if he was higher, I gotta say my Traya and Scion are beefy. So, easy win. Right here, I just ended up two-manning this relic leftover resistance squad, and I have to say Vader is awesome. I love that character. He's probably one of my new favorite characters to use in this entire game. Just a lot of fun. It's got nothing to do with the game, but I have to say this song slaps. I love Up. Up is dope, especially with this Lofi mix. Ooh, El Dre. Alright, now that we got them Up vibes, let's use this JTR against this Bounty Hunter squad. I get to use her again, and she delivers, especially against these Bounty Hunter squads. I might use her as just that, just to take out those Bounty Hunter squads. I don't have to use anything else and worry about using something better to take them out. So, I'm excited. Hey, don't tell me this song don't hit differently. This thing hits. Straight vibing right now in my seat. Next up, I take this Newt squad out. I use my CLS just because I have them left over. Easy win. I'm gonna say nothing else. Look at them just work them fools. Had to call a sub, somebody off the bench, because my Ahsoka, like a dummy, I ended up using her with gas, but I have a great character to use, and it's Thrawn, and this works out perfectly. I get what I would have got with Ahsoka, so nothing really changes, and I get to use Thrawn.
What's wrong? Can't you talk? Hey, I don't bite. You and me, we're in a club now.
Alright, and after that win, I get my max health, my max protection, and all I have left is ships. And like before, I'm just going to show you what I got. 62, not that bad. And we get the dub in this fight. Little upset when I review everything. I should have won 3 in a row. Should have set myself up to win everything, but I guess it's not in the cards. And thank you guys so much for watching up to this point. I really appreciate everything that you guys are doing. The channel's been growing. We're getting a lot more attention. If we get to 100 subs, I'm gonna start a Discord, build up this community like it should be. That way we could chill. That Notorious though, you hear that? Alright, I gotta go. I'm vibing now.
My bubble goose, now I got the Mac in my knapsack, lounging black, smoking sacks up in accent sidekicks with my sidekicks, rocking fly kicks. Honeys wanna chat, but all we wanna